which I'm sure you see on the behind the scenes, me just being like, why?
You know how we all look up to celebrities for their cool vibes and how they carry themselves, right? But hey, even they have their slip-up moments. And when they do, it's like, whoops, they're just like us. It's those funny little blunders that make them seem more relatable, you know? Just goes to show nobody's perfect, not even the stars. We have compiled a video of the celebrities' biggest WTF moments. Number 1. Camila. What? We all know and love Camila Cabello, right? She's got a massive fan base, but let's face it, her name can be a bit of a mouthful. It can be pretty embarrassing to have your SO famous name messed up. That also in front of a whole crowd. 3 tries and none worked. Number 2. Kim getting schooled. Kardashians are something. They are savage, and that's one thing we all love about them. In this clip, the spotlight falls on Kim Kardashian, who finds herself in tears over a misplaced earring. However, in the middle of her emotional display, her sister steps in, offering a dose of perspective, or perhaps gently nudging her towards a realization. Number 3. That was a bit too hard. Even with pockets as deep as Elon Musk's, embarrassment can still find its way in. Remember that infamous Cybertruck reveal back in November 2019? Everyone was excited for it. Musk strutted out with his latest creation, a futuristic electric pickup truck that promised to revolutionize the automotive industry. Among its selling points were those supposedly indestructible armored windows, a feature that garnered a lot of attention. But then came the cringe-inducing moment. Musk, in his characteristic flair for the dramatic, decided to demonstrate the window's durability by having a staff member lob a metal ball at them. The expectation, a resounding thud, and a perfectly intact window. I mean, yes, we all would expect that. The reality, however, was very different. A loud crash, followed by a web of cracks spreading across the glass, leaving Musk's confident facade as shattered as the window itself. Sure, the glass didn't shatter into a million pieces, but the damage was done, both to the windows and Musk's pride. He tried to salvage the situation with some quick-witted remarks, but the audience knew better. Sometimes, even the most planned events can't escape the unexpected pitfalls of reality. Number 4. Your what? Kanye West truly has a knack for making things awkward, doesn't he? In a radio appearance, he didn't hold back, confidently declaring himself the best and peppering his talk with analogies that ranged from profound to downright funny. It's hard not to chuckle at his boldness, even if it does make you squirm a bit in your seat. But hey, that's just Kanye being Kanye. Number 5. Joe Biden. Even the President of the United States isn't immune to moments of embarrassment and vulnerability. Case in point, this video captured a somewhat awkward incident in which the president, surrounded by a full-on entourage, takes a tumble down a flight of stairs. Do you guys think the guards are allowed to laugh? I think not, but it must be hard to hold that laugh in. Number 6. Zac Efron. Imagine being Zac Efron, the epitome of teenage heartthrob status, stepping onto the red carpet for the premiere of your animated movie, The Lorax, in 2012. Cameras flashing, fans screaming your name, everything's going smoothly until, oops, something slips out of your pocket. Yes, that's exactly what happened to Efron. In a moment of just, you can say, bad luck, he reached into his pocket and out came out a condom. Well, you know, it's something you don't want to drop in front of a crowd of paparazzi. Despite his lightning-fast reflexes to snatch it back up, the deed was done. The cameras had already captured the mishap for all the world to see. Poor Efron must have wished for invisibility as he stood there, frozen in embarrassment, realizing that his slip-up had just become headline news. Number 7. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg, a legendary entertainer and proud member of the EGOT Club, had a human moment during a 2011 episode of The View when Claire Danes visited. In the middle of their chat, Whoopi accidentally let out a loud fart, surprising everyone and causing laughter from the audience. But did she hide away in embarrassment? Not at all. With her usual wit and charm, Goldberg joked about the situation, smoothly getting the conversation back on track. This shows her ability to handle awkward moments with grace and humor. After all, with a name like Whoopi, surprises might just be part of the package. Number 8. Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. At the 2009 VMAs, during Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' performance of Empire State of Mind, Lil Mama made an unexpected appearance on stage. Although she wasn't invited, she decided to join in, vibing to the music and even striking a pose alongside them. Afterwards, Lil Mama apologized, admitting she got carried away and was caught up in the music. Hopefully, she learned from the experience and will stick to enjoying the show from her seat next time. Number 9. Scarlett. Even actors, despite their professionalism on set, sometimes find themselves in funny situations. Take Scarlett Johansson, for example, during the filming of Iron Man 2. You can see in this video where she accidentally lets out a fart, but instead of getting embarrassed, she just laughs it off. It's a reminder that even in the glamorous world of Hollywood, everyone has their human moments. Number 10. Justin on stage. A lot of us just want to be famous and go on tours, but hey, it's not easy to do it. Sometimes, celebrities deal with unexpected things while on stage, like Justin Bieber did in this video, where he got hit with something, but he handled it really well, staying calm and nice about it. It's cool to see how he keeps his cool even when things don't go as planned. Number 11. Ryan Lochte. Rio official, swimmers. Made a mistake vertical bar, Rio Olympics 2016 vertical bar, The New York Times. During the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Ryan Lochte, the accomplished swimmer, faced a major scandal. He and 3 other U.S. swimmers claimed they were robbed at gunpoint at a gas station after a night out. However, Brazilian authorities discovered security footage showing a different story. The footage revealed Lochte's group vandalizing the gas station bathroom, then being confronted by armed security guards who demanded payment for the damage. Lochte had fabricated the entire incident, damaging his reputation and leading to serious consequences. USA Swimming suspended him, and he lost significant sponsorships. What could have been a simple drunken mistake turned into a PR disaster due to Lochte's false story. It's a reminder that honesty is crucial, especially in the public eye. Number 12. Miguel. If you watched Miguel's performance at the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, you might have felt like you stumbled upon a mix of a music show and a WWE Raw audition. The R&B star decided to spice things up by leaping from the stage into the crowd. But not all jumps go as planned. Miguel's leap fell short, causing him to crash onto a fan's head and accidentally kick another with his leg. Quite the unexpected twist. To add to the awkwardness, he then hugged the wrong person before continuing his performance as if nothing happened. To make amends, Miguel later appeared in a backstage interview with one of the injured fans. But the troubles didn't end there. Another lady filed a lawsuit against him, claiming she was also hurt by his failed jump. It goes to show that even the most seasoned performers can have their moments of misjudgment. Let's just hope Miguel sticks to safer stage antics in the future. Number 13. Martin Short. When Martin Short went on the Today Show in 2012 to discuss Madagascar 3, the conversation took a really weird turn. Host Kathy Lee Gifford asked about his marriage and why he was still in love with his wife. What she didn't know was that Short had lost his wife, Nancy Dolman, just 2 years earlier to ovarian cancer. Short remained composed, choosing not to correct her on live TV. Gifford later apologized on Twitter after realizing her mistake. I mean, that is just brutal. Number 14. The Ashed. At the 2012 Oscars red carpet, something straight out of a Sacha Baron Cohen movie took place. Dressed as his character, Admiral General Aladdin from Dictator Cohen carried an urn supposedly holding the ashes of the late North Korean dictator Kim Jong-il. And true to form, chaos ensued. During an interview with E! News host Ryan Seacrest, Cohen accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, tipped over the urn, spilling harmless powder onto Seacrest's expensive suit. Seacrest kept his composure, but the tension was palpable as Cohen was swiftly escorted away by security. It was a moment that perfectly captured the unpredictable nature of show business, leaving both Seacrest and viewers scratching their heads. But let's be honest, that was not cool at all, especially at a red carpet. I mean, imagine you're just dressed nicely and looking forward to an event, and then someone decides to drop some fake ashes on you. Number 15. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber sure knows how to make an entrance, though maybe not in the way he planned. During the first show of his world tour in Arizona, while performing Out of Town Girl, Bieber suddenly stopped and turned around. Instead of a mooning incident, he ended up vomiting and quickly left the stage, leaving his dancers to handle the awkward situation amidst a pool of regurgitated milk. Despite the embarrassing moment, Bieber showed professionalism by returning to finish the show. He attributed his sudden illness to drinking too much milk before performing. Talk about a rough start to a tour? Throwing up in public is uncomfortable enough, but doing so in front of 20,000 fans who are watching your every move, that's a whole new level of awkwardness. Let's hope Bieber's future performances are a bit smoother in that regard. Number 16. 50 Cent. Who could forget 50 Cent's unforgettable first pitch at that Mets game in 2014? It was quite the spectacle. His throw seemed to have a mind of its own, soaring way off target and leaving the cameraman scrambling for cover. You'd think Fiddy would have been ready for some teasing, but even he was surprised by the level of mockery his pitch received. It became a viral sensation, making its way onto all the major sports networks and even earning its own baseball card. Throwing a baseball straight might seem simple, but as we've all seen, it can go hilariously wrong. And in this case, it definitely did. But credit to 50 Cent for taking it all in stride with his trademark smile. Number 17. Fergie. Fergie experienced a bit of an awkward moment during a performance with the Black Eyed Peas. Some fans noticed a wet spot near her crotch, sparking headlines and speculation. However, Fergie later explained in an interview that they were stuck in traffic, and she didn't have time for a bathroom break before taking the stage. She described it as the most unattractive moment of her life. But yes, I mean, what the heck? Number 18. Madonna. Madonna's cape mishap at the Brit Awards is one of those moments that'll go down in pop culture history. This is what happened. During her performance, the plan was for her cape to be dramatically pulled off, but it didn't quite go as planned. Instead, it got tangled, and Madonna took a tumble right there on stage. But here's where the magic happened. Despite the stumble, Madonna didn't miss a beat. She quickly got back on her feet and carried on with the show like the pro she is. That incident really showed Madonna's true colors, her professionalism, her resilience, and her ability to turn a potentially embarrassing moment into something iconic. Instead of letting it ruin her performance, she turned it into a legendary display of grace under pressure. You can either embarrass yourself more or change the whole situation. Number 19. Jennifer Lawrence. For those of you who know about it, isn't Jennifer Lawrence's stumble at the Oscars just one of those unforgettable moments? So, here is how it went down. She's heading to the stage to grab her award, and bam, she takes a little tumble. Classic J-Law move, right? But instead of getting flustered, she totally owns it and turns it into something adorable. I mean, with her usual wit and self-awareness, Lawrence makes that stumble seem like just another quirky part of her awesome personality. It's like, yep, that's me, and I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. Number 20. Kanye West. Kanye West seems to have a knack for creating cringeworthy celebrity moments, and 2021 was no exception. Amidst his split from Kim Kardashian, he seized multiple opportunities to publicly express his desire to reconcile with his estranged wife. One of the most memorable instances occurred during a visit to Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles on Thanksgiving. On the surface, West's visit appeared to be a philanthropic gesture aimed at giving back to the community and meeting with the LA Mission's CEO, the Reverend Troy Vaughn. However, things took a turn when West launched into a lengthy speech about his desire to reunite with Kardashian, seemingly attributing their potential reconciliation to divine intervention. In his impassioned rant, West proclaimed that God wanted him and Kardashian back together, suggesting that their reunion would serve as inspiration for millions of families facing similar challenges. People thought it was not right when Kanye West talked about his relationship problems while there were lots of homeless people around. Even though Kanye is known for saying unusual things, this time it didn't go down well. Instead of talking about helping the homeless, he talked about his own issues. Some people felt like it wasn't the right time or place for that kind of talk. Number 21. Wendy. So, you're relaxing, catching up on the Wendy Williams show while enjoying the latest celebrity gossip, when suddenly, Wendy drops a bombshell. While talking about Kim and Kanye's divorce, she lets out an unexpected burp-fart combo that practically stops the show in its tracks. Can you picture the audience's reaction? Total shock! Some gasped, some did double takes, and others probably burst out laughing. It was one of those, did that really just happen? Moments that you can't help but talk about afterwards. But give credit to Wendy. She handled it like a champ. Despite the stunned silence, she quickly apologized, saying, I apologize, before smoothly moving on with the show. It's the kind of moment that's both cringy and funny at the same time, leaving everyone wondering what just went down. Number 22. The famous slap. Remember that crazy moment at the Oscars? The one that was all over the internet. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's bald head, which hit a nerve since Jada has been open about her struggle with hair loss. So her husband, Will Smith, wasn't too pleased. He rose from his seat beside Jada and gave Chris a smack across the face. Everyone was left wondering if it was real or staged, but when Will won Best Actor and talked about protecting his family, it was clear this was no act. Will later apologized, but the Academy banned him from the ceremony for 10 years. How did you react to it? Because this video was everywhere. As far as other celebrities go, they were all divided. Amy Schumer and Wanda Sykes were disgusted. Tiffany Haddish found Will's defense of Jada beautiful. Jimmy Kimmel felt terrible for everyone, and Cher was just confused. But one thing's for sure, the Oscars will never see a moment like this. Number 23. Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner stirred up quite a storm of viral mockery in May when she showcased her, let's say, interesting culinary skills on the family's reality show, The Kardashians. During a scene at Kris Jenner's house, Kendall decided to whip up a healthy snack for herself. As she stood at the kitchen island, Kris looked on in bewilderment as Kendall attempted to slice a cucumber in what can only be described as the most unconventional way possible. Backwards, with one hand awkwardly crossed over the other. Sensing her daughter's struggle, Kris suggested bringing in the personal chef to take over, but Kendall was determined to see it through herself. She even joked with the crew, admitting, I'm definitely not a good cutter, so don't zoom in on me. I'm not professional whatsoever. The whole technique was so bizarre that some fans speculated Kendall might have staged it for entertainment, but if that was her intention, it didn't quite hit the mark. Fans didn't hold back, labeling her attempts as embarrassing and tragic. Ouch. Number 24. Harry Styles. So you know that whole fuss about the movie Don't Worry Darling and its stars? Well, it all came to a head at the Venice Film Festival. People were all hyped up about Olivia Wilde and Florence Pugh, but guess what? Another duo stole the spotlight. There's this video from inside the theater during the screening where Harry Styles walks to his seat and everyone's clapping for him. Chris Pine, who's sitting next to him, joins in too. But just as Harry's about to sit down, Chris stops clapping and looks down at his lap with this smirk. Cue the theories. Some folks thought Harry spat on him in that moment. And oh boy, did Spitgate take over the internet? It was all anyone could talk about for like a day straight. Chris Pine's team had to step in and shut down the whole thing, calling it ridiculous. But it didn't end there. Harry himself joked about it later at a gig in Madison Square Garden, saying he took a quick trip to Venice to spit on Chris Pine. Classic Harry, keeping it light and funny. Number 25. Matt Lauer. In 2012, during an interview on The Today Show, things got pretty uncomfortable when host Matt Lauer brought up a personal topic with actress Anne Hathaway. He straight up asked her about a wardrobe malfunction she had experienced. And let me tell you, it did not go down well. People were quick to criticize Lauer's question as totally inappropriate and insensitive. I mean, here's Anne trying to talk about her latest movie or whatever, and suddenly, Lauer's diving into this private and embarrassing moment from her past. It felt like he ignored her professional achievements and just focused on this awkward mishap. The backlash against Lauer was strong and immediate. People were questioning his professionalism and wondering if he had any respect for celebrities' privacy. It was a pretty big deal, and definitely not a shining moment for Lauer or The Today Show. Number 26. Harry being weird. Yeah, that awkward silence can feel like it lasts forever. Now on to Harry Styles. We all adore him, right? But sometimes, let's be real, his behavior can be a bit questionable. Have you seen that video? It's like, what on earth is he doing? You can't help but cringe and think, what the heck? So there you have it. Celebrities in all their glory, showcasing moments that make us laugh, cringe, and sometimes even scratch our heads in confusion. In this video, you saw mispronounced names for unexpected falls, wardrobe malfunctions to awkward interviews. These instances remind us that fame doesn't exempt anyone from life's little blunders. If you want more of these moments, just let us know in the comments below. Share it with your friends because let's face it, we all love a good laugh at the expense of the stars. Just remember, even the most glamorous celebrities are human too, prone to the same slip-ups and surprises as the rest of us.